Good morning and welcome to the Pre-Market Live Show. Today is Thursday, March 20th, and here we go. Let's see what our market's looking. I don't think the heat map changed over yet. It's all green, looks like yesterday, so we'll come back to that. We'll start off with our Joey's jumpers, and then we'll look at the SPY. There it goes. Now it's changing over here. I'll show you guys. There you go. That heat map's changing over, and it's a little bit red. It's not crossing through like I thought, but we'll see how it goes today. Obviously, we'll look at things. They are looking much better, but we'll see what's going on in the market, what's going to be popping here. So here we go. Let's take a look at it. All information presented here is for educational and informational purposes only. It's not intended as financial advice, so always do your due diligence. And let's take a look at our Joey's jumpers, and then we'll get back to our SPY and our big caps. And it looks like Microsoft, NVIDIA, Google, Meta, Amazon, Tesla, Apple, they're all down right now. And I'll look at the SPY before we start, and it's down 307, hitting that MACD. And this is what we were talking about. Until that pattern got broken, we weren't going to go away from it. So we'll keep an eye on things today and see what they're going to do. But first, we'll look at our Joey's jumpers right here and see what's popping this morning. AGH, we were looking at this one, and it was moving up there yesterday, and it looks like it was trying to move around this morning right there. I think I have to sneeze too. Hold on. Sorry, excuse me. Well, my allergies have definitely been bothering me, so here we go. All right, I'm good now. AGH, sorry about that. And let's take a look at it. Like I said, this morning, 93 to 94. It came down to 77 at one point, and it's back at 91. So I was wondering what the heck was going on with that line right there. And yeah, it did take a nice little dip today, and it looks like it's going to be trying to move again. So keep your eye on AGH. That's for sure. It's not looking bad right there. And let's see what AGMH is doing. AGMH, AGM Group Holdings right here, and let's see, it's trying to crawl up. It's not bad right there. Is it running up? It looks like it is running up here. AGM8. Oh, let me type it in right, and that might help. Here we go, AGMH, and let's see on today, 10 to 11, and pull back to 9, so it did run up a little bit and pull back. It's sitting right there. Interesting one for sure. We'll have to keep an eye on that one. AGMH and our APDN, we were all over this early, and it looks like it is moving up. It was up. I think it had pulled back a little bit. Let me see. APDN. It's back up to 231. It was at like 214 a few minutes ago. And I think this one we know is going to get rolling, especially with all the big names that have mentioned it recently. So we went over that in detail. And BDTX right here, Black Diamond Therapeutics, ran up, it looks like yesterday. Let me see, BDTX right here. That was a big run up yesterday, 168 to 278. It closed at 176, and then this morning, and it just went green. You see that go from red to green like that, 182 to 206, and it was at open at 181, and now it's at 182, so it must have just been under there at 179, and there you go at 180. So you see it bouncing around as we speak right there, going red to green. BDTX and CYCU, this one had hopped up there, and we were all over this one early as well, and it did jump up to that 20 right there. There we go. And it was moving yesterday, and it's still trying to move today, 70 to 81. It's back to 66, but we'll keep an eye on it again. Almost got right up to that 20. It did get up there, so, and through it, so there you go. And let's see. Yeah, they don't show it. Go figure, Finviz does not show that this ran to 81. So if you had CYCU and you were sitting there looking at it this morning, you would still be looking at it because you would have no idea unless you were looking at your account. So that is an issue right there. So yeah, CYCU did run up to 80 right there. ELAB, let's see. Remember I said it was on my scanner last night. I just was kind of scrolling down. I go, there's ELAB. Here we go. It's up this morning, and let's see what it's doing. It was running up yesterday. It was on the scanner, 498 to 653, and it's actually down this morning. I'm sorry. I couldn't even tell what it was doing right there. Now, if I blow it up, that might help. 632 to 633. It's actually pulling back, so we'll take a look at it. But it did jump up there yesterday, and again, when FinViz doesn't give you that look where it ran up in the after hours, how the heck do you even know what's going on? It looks like it gapped up this morning, but we knew it was up yesterday, and yeah, it's just so far off these candles and stuff. You just don't know what really is truly going on anymore through FinViz, and that is crazy. But there you go, ELAB, and that is, we'll keep an eye on it. It might try to get turned around and get up to the 20 area at that 679. I know it was trying to get there. 662. It's right around there. We'll take a look at that one. IMG. Let's see what this is doing right here. Popping up there, up 14 cents, it looks like, on here. Let's see, it was running up yesterday in the after hours, and again, it looks like it gapped up this morning. That's what that looks like, and that's not exactly what it did. It ran up yesterday in the after hours, is truly what it did. 49 274, closed at 64, and then we had it at 60 to 71 this morning. It came back to 61, so it's just hanging out right around where it's at. It just went up to 63, so it just made that move up there. So you can see them moving live in action right here, and yeah, this one's not looking bad. It's in that channel. Look for it to run around there today. IMG, and how about SAG? We were looking at this as well last night, and let's see what it's doing this morning right here. It is jumped up there. It did have that momentum, 62 to 105, and then this morning 96 to 159. It's back to 120 right now. So there you go, SAG, but just be careful. It could be pulling back. It could have just got in there. It looks like it's trying to get into that 20, and it's not getting in there. So just be careful of that, but it did run up. STI, let's see that one. That one ran up, it looks like. Let me take a better look so we know exactly what it did, because it ran up yesterday is what it did, 15 to 20. It closed at 16, and at 16 to 15 today. So, again, you have no idea that it even ran up yesterday. It looks like it ran up this morning. That was not the case. And there you go for STI. So, yeah, basically what FinViz is showing you now is, like, so off that it kind of confuses you sometimes, because they run up in the pre-markets on this day and not necessarily this day. So the charts are completely wrong. Look at it. It ran up this day, it ran up yesterday, not today. So it's backwards almost. It's kind of crazy, because again, the markets truly run from about 4 a.m. to 8 p.m. now. I don't know why they think that the markets only run from 9:30 to 4. That's what they're stuck on, to be honest with you. That's what FinViz runs their charting off of, 9:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. And you get a little pre-market and a little extended hours. And yeah, they just did not keep up with the R&D and with the markets. It's insane. I just don't get it, guys. And XHLD, here we go. That one was running up yesterday. We were on early on this one as well. XHLD right here. And yeah, it ran up yesterday. Let's see what it's doing. 73 to 203 was a nice run up. And this morning, 180, and then pulling back to 149. It's at 154. So we'll have to see what that wants to do right here, if it can get bouncing back up as the market opens. But that was a really nice run up right there. And there you go at your Jolie's jumpers. Thank you very much, Asian Jolie. And then let me jump into our laptop lowdowns real quick, see what they're up to, and see what we're looking at, what can be looking decent right there. And yeah, it's a little bit red. I was just curious, and yeah, it's still a little red there. But our APDN, we just looked at it, and that AREB is another great one to keep an eye on, guys. This thing is just pulling back. It's getting set up in a perfect spot. So it was looking a little better yesterday, and let's see. Yeah, I think it's going to get ready right here. So keep an eye on that AREB. That's a great one to keep an eye on. And ATXI right here. Here we go. That looks like it. Let me see what that's doing. ATXI. Oh, come on. Oh, it didn't even come up. What is it? ATXI. Yeah, that's weird. Hold on. ATXI. That's weird. I don't know why it's not coming up. Definitely comes up on here. That's odd. And you don't see that unless it just stopped. Did it just stop? Yeah, March 18th, it looks like it's the last day. That one might have stopped and delisted there, so that's why that one, but still it usually comes up on here. I'm not sure what's going on with that one, and we'd have to look at it, ATXI. And let's see what BTCT is doing. That's a computer hardware one, and it's just kind of running flat, getting ready to get set up here, and we know this thing will get running. We ran this up before, and it was a beauty, and it's looking much better. That is yesterday. It was looking pretty decent. I don't see anything exactly this morning, but we'll keep an eye on that. I watched that one. And that BTOG is up that 3 cents. We're looking for it to roll off again, guys, and get moving. So keep an eye on this BTOG, because watch this thing. If it can roll off, look at that big run, 24 cents to 205 the other day. And we'll see. I'm not saying it can do that, but let's see if it can just get back into that channel. Maybe it can get some movement there. And that's BTOG and Ecor. This one took a nice dip the other day. We were looking at it. And ECOR. And yeah, just let it run down here at the bottom, and we'll keep an eye on that. Ecor and Green Lane, GNLN. Let's see what that's doing right here. Pulling back, and GNLN. Let's see, that's yesterday, right? Yeah, that's yesterday's date, 48 to 52. It closed at 51. I'd have to look at that, but it's just been down there running. We've been watching it, and this hit took a beautiful hit, and then it started to curl back up the other day. What's it doing this morning? It's at 72. It closed at 73, so we'll keep an eye on that hit. And again, that's just one of the big dips that has to have a big curl up, so keeping an eye on that one, and know that that will move around as it sets up. ISPR, let's see what this is doing. That pulled back right there, huh? Let's see, ISPR. Here we are. It looks like it could have tried the bottom, but I doubt it. I think it's just going to level down a little bit, so we'll keep an eye on ISPR and see if it just wants to get down a little bit more. LGMK, good old logic mark right here, has just been running that basement, like we were talking about. Just has to get set up in the right place, and it's trying to. I'll keep my eye on it. We'll know when it's getting ready. So that is our logic mark. NLVLU. Lula's fashion, and this one has earnings coming up on the 27th at the end of the month, next Thursday. And another one was trying to curl up. Looks like it's coming down a level. So that is your LVLU, and that's why we wanted to make sure that the market was actually doing what it was going to do. Well, you know, everybody wants it to do, but we were just going to make sure that we were watching that pattern, because that's what we were going off of. MOVE, Movano. Let's see what this one's up to. A medical device. It's way down there hitting that support line. Let's see if it wants to make a move. MOVE right here. And it does look like it tried to bottom out yesterday. I'm not going to lie, on that support line. Look for this to make a move. It is MOVE right there, and ONCO on Cotinix or something like that. And this one's starting to curl up and hit that line and run up a little bit. And let's see if it can get moving. That's the thing, because they do like to run right before they get curled up, and then they have to get set up again. But this one doesn't look too bad as it's hitting that line. So I would keep an eye on that INCO, if I could talk. INCO, that's what it is. And just keep an eye on it. It's trying to get set up through there. And we have seen some break through the MACD. I just don't think the big caps are exactly ready. RSLS, let's see. Reshape Life Sciences, RSLS. There you go. And let me see what it's doing. That could be, that is today's date, 63 down to 61. So just a little bit of pullback on that one. And SGRP, SPAR Group down here. curling up. Keep an eye on that. That looks like it could run up a little bit. Let me see. It looks like it might have moved a little bit yesterday, and it did, 129 to 134. And check this one out, but it does look like it's going to hit that MACD right there and bounce back down like our pattern tells us. So we'll watch that in the basement. And our star box right here is getting set up. Keep an eye on this thing, guys. This thing's looking really good. STBX. So keep an eye on that thing. I don't think it's moving yet this morning. Oh, yeah, it is. 24 cents. What it closed at yesterday, 26. So it's just down 2 cents from what it opened, but definitely keep an eye on Starbucks. It's getting set up. And that TWNP, Twin Hospitality, and this one is at a Restaurant One in the U.S. and just setting up. It just as recently started up, and it started right up in the bottom right there for TWNP. So let's see what it's up to, trying to hit that 20 up there. And I think it is trying to get set up slowly. Let's see what it does as it hits this 20. So let me keep an eye on that because that could be a decent one. And ZYXI. ZYXI, that's a medical distribution company in the USA. And let's see, it is way down there. And just watch for that one little bounce up because it's in that spot where they like to bounce right there. Maybe even today, is that today's date? Yesterday's date, it could keep that little momentum, you can see. And then we'll keep an eye on it because, it'll bounce around as it's trying to get set up. So it's obviously not ready. You're just looking for that one little bounce. And there you go with our laptop lowdowns. Thank you very much, Laptop Travel and Asian Joe Lee, for them. And let's see what else is going on real quick. Let me take a look and see what you guys are posting over here. I don't even see anything yet, but again, I don't know who's on and who's not. But let's look at the SPY, and whoa, that is red, huh? And that's why we weren't so confident that it was going through, were we? And it's hitting that MACD and pulling back, and we will see what it's up to today. Let's look at these guys. Yeah, it's just hitting it and pulling back, and like I've been saying, with that 20 coming down, I just wasn't convinced it was ready to go. Let's look at our other big caps because they appear to be down. Apple's at 214, down a little bit, and it could be, and again, these things could just be bottomed out down here and just not completely ready, but obviously pulling back. They'll make a little base or set up a little bit. They may not dip real hard. We'll keep an eye on things. Amazon's just down a little bit, and another one looks pretty good to try to get curling up there. It's hitting that line really good, guys. So who knows? They could even get changed around today. So look at that thing. We're keeping an eye on these things very closely because we're right about there. And again, we don't want to get in too early because you do that, then you could get in trouble. And Google right here, let's see, that's down there. That looks like it's bottomed out. It's trying to cross through right there. And let's see. And again, they could, Google looks like it's really pushing the envelope. A little healthy pullback this morning, but they could absolutely get turned around today on something and try to get moving. So we knew we were getting to the bottoms. We wanted to see what it was doing, and let's just keep an eye on it. It could obviously pull itself back too, but it is kind of red this morning, and it's still trying to break through, which is a good look right there. And Meta is down a little bit, and they're not really down as much as they could be either, so that's another good look right there. And not Meat. I did that yesterday. Meta right here, and yeah, it's just trying to get set up, so maybe this is their very bottom, and they maybe have a little more pullback as they finally set up. Some of them start moving here. Microsoft is down $1, and let's just take a look at it. And yeah, it's just kind of bouncing around right there. It's not looking terrible. I can't say that about Microsoft. Let's see. It's curled through, holding itself up, just more healthy pullback as it approaches that 20. And again, these things are just setting up. They're not exactly ready, but they're getting there. So I would say we're pretty close. NVIDIA, at least it looks like it. And NVIDIA is not looking bad. And as long as that 20's got to get reset up for these things. And that's what we're really waiting for, because we know that without that thing being completely set up for us, we just know that they're not going to come up. But look at it, hitting it right now, and it's about to get rearranged right here. So obviously not showing it right there. But it is showing it here because the 20 came down, and these are live, so that makes a huge difference. And yeah, let's see. It could, like I said, pull it back a little as it gets set up. Let's look at them today. You know we will be. I'll be going over them and keeping you guys posted. It's pretty important. Yesterday we had to wait until about 2:30 for anything anyway, and then they released that, and then obviously it stayed green, but I still wasn't convinced that it wanted to really rock and roll. So let's see what's going on with Tesla here. That one is like trying to crawl through and not looking bad. So Tesla could have bottomed out here, guys, and it isn't. It's not looking bad at all. It's just a little healthy pullback. I would be keeping an eye on these things for that bottom because they are looking better. Obviously, the 20's right there, but that's all the way at 265. Maybe it tries to start moving up towards that as it gets turned around. So yeah, we're keeping a close eye on things today. AMC hitting that resistance. I don't think that's getting through though. So we'll have to keep an eye on AMC. I'm not so sure that's going through that, but we'll keep an eye on it. And GameStop was looking pretty good. Let me look at GameStop real quick here and just see what it's doing. And GameStop, it is getting set up. They did have earnings. That's what I was wondering. On 25th, it's next Tuesday, right? The 25th, yeah, next Tuesday. So we'll have to wait for that, to be honest with you. But not looking bad. It is trying to get set up here. It might get up into that channel. And we'll keep an eye on GameStop right there. And Chewy, CHWY. And that one's in a pretty decent spot right there with earnings coming up on the 26th. So let's see, CHWY. And yeah, just another one just getting set up, guys. So it's not exactly ready yet, but it will be. It could even pull back down there to that 29 at some point. So watch for that dip right there. And how about that Unity? That's just kind of making a base and curling up pretty good, actually. So keep an eye on Unity as it curls up here. And we don't think it might go through, but just keep an eye because you'll get a little pop-up. You can see that bottom. You might get up to that 50 and possibly pull back down there for Unity U. The letter U. And let's look at Netflix right here. That was way up yesterday. It's only down like $2, guys. And it's, look how, I'll show you here. See how that's going to come back up on it. So yeah, I think we might be, some of them are looking much better, guys. Netflix, as you can see it right there. That's a good look, what we've been looking for. And, that's exactly what you want to see right there. So, yeah, I think we're going to be getting close to that bottom. AVGO is about to try to do it as well. So, yeah, could push them down a hair more right here, but I think we're getting set up right there, guys. So, I think we're about next week could be really flying around, considering today's Thursday. MU, their earnings are today, and we'll look at that, and that one could just stay in this channel now. I can't really tell what it wants to do on its earnings. If anything, I would think it's going to pull back a little bit, but I can't promise you that because they're not looking bad at the moment. So TSM, and again, you just got to kind of monitor them. This one looked like it was kind of hold itself up for dear life right around here, and it sure did, and curled up, and TSM looking much better. And again, you're going to get these 20s that come up to, you're going to get up to them, and then you're going to get them rolling back around, getting these channels so they can get set up. So you're not going to get them popping immediately, but they're going to be looking much better, and some will really start to pop off as the charts start to turn around and get a little more bullish and want to rock and roll. You can see SMCI getting cruising up here. It's just staying in this channel at the moment, waiting for it to get set up. So yeah, some of them are looking good. AMD had jumped up yesterday, not looking bad. A little bit of pullback there. Let's see. Yeah, just a little bit of pullback. So AMD not looking bad. And let's take a look. Which one? AMD, where am I here? QCOM, that's it. QCOM, and that's not looking bad. It is down, hitting that 20 right there. Let me take a better look at it. So it's live, and it's cutting the 20 right there. So 158. And it's down at 156. So yeah, it's curled through and not looking. They're looking much better. See how they're trying to push through into this channel right here. So that is a good look, and they could have bottomed out. We definitely had to make sure that they were going to cross through. But look at them; they're starting to cross through now. So that is really good. INTC, Intel. This one might get really set up as it rolls off that MACD. Got a little bit of pullback, but you can see it about to get rolling. So Intel not looking bad, and we'll keep an eye on these today to make sure that they're staying set up like this. PayPal just pulling back a little bit, nothing too crazy right there, hitting that 20. And let's see. Opened that 70 down to 69 something, and nothing crazy. Like I said, trying to push into that channel. It's good. And here we are with snow. I thought that was going to be coming down, but maybe it's not going to be. It might hit this MACD and actually cross up now. So yeah, they're not looking bad right there. I just put MACD in. That was funny. Snow is what I was looking at. I said MACD and put it in there. Here's snow, and there's no stock ticker for MACD. Go figure. But yeah, snow is not, like I said, it very well could crawl right up there. So they are looking better, I must say. And Dell is getting crawled through right there, and obviously about to hit that 20. It was hitting it yesterday, and let's see what it's up to right here. And yeah, it was getting up there, and again, they're getting set up, guys, so we're going to keep an eye on them for today and tomorrow. I don't think they're going to really be blasting off anywhere, and again, could have a little bit of pullback. PLTR, let's see, that one is trying to get set back up, see it? So I would say this one's looking much better down here, guys. So I think we might have some bottoms in and be starting our way back up really soon. So that's pretty good, I would have to say. And Sophie coming down, getting set up, not looking bad. So yeah, let me keep you guys posted today, hitting the 20. This is the day I guess it was waiting to see what that Fed wanted to say yesterday to markets and then react, and it wasn't bad. Today it's down a little bit, but it's not anything that crazy. I mean, you see it red. It might even change around, to be honest with you, looking at this. And Mara's down a little bit and looking much better, so you might want to keep an eye on MARA as well, because that's looking pretty good. And yeah, I would say that they look a lot better here. CLSK, that's down 7 cents, making that base, and that looks like it's trying to cruise back up a little bit. Again, they're not going to be popping hardcore. They're going to get into the channel, run themselves back up, get set up and run. So you'll see some dippage and run-ups as we go. But at least we'll be moving in the right direction back up instead of moving down like they've been. So that's CLSK, and I bet MSTR is looking pretty decent, yeah, because it was looking good. And MicroStrategy looks like it wants to get rolling, guys. So watch for any little dip opportunity, but you can see it getting moving. So there you go. They are looking much better. And when that all sets right up there, MicroStrategy is going to go flying. You can already see it. So there you are with MicroStrategy and all them. And Coinbase, 188, looking a little better, trying to get up to that resistance right there, and then try to get it back on top of it to make it its wait, I'm looking at Coin. That's the wrong one. Then I typed in Hood. Yeah, that's better for Coinbase. I was looking at it like, what has happened right there? But that's why. And yeah, Coinbase is going to try to get up to there and get into that channel. And we'll look at Robinhood as well. And that one is doing basically the same thing, curling up. It's a nice curl up. Maybe it could bounce off at once or so off that 20. We'll look at it. It could get through too, guys. So they are looking much better, I must say. And let's see, what else are we going to look at? Let's see what McDonald's is up to. Down a little bit, but that one's looking pretty good too. And if it gets curled through, it'll really run. And how about Boeing? That one looks like it's about to get rolling too. So yeah, these are looking much, much better. And they started looking better yesterday morning. We knew that. I said it was like a night and day difference from 9 p.m. The other night, Tuesday night or whatever. And then yesterday morning, they did look much better going into the Fed day, which I was surprised. And then the Fed didn't really do anything bad. They were still really green. They're down today, but it's nothing real crazy. Oxy not doing bad. So let's see what's going on over here. Yeah, it's just a little red, but not too bad, I have to say. And we'll be keeping an eye on things at AGMH. There you go. We looked at it last night. Them Tesla ones are all trending here. So, you know, Tesla's got to be setting up BTOG. We were talking about it. Here's SAG. Let's take a look at that one real quick. SAG. SAG. There we go. That one had popped up. Oh, yeah. Then we look at this morning already. We looked at this in the Jolie's jumpers right there, and it did jump up for us. So there you go. And IMG stocking up for future. Let's look at that one too. He had posted IMG. I think we might have looked at this one as well on the Jolie's jumpers this morning, but there you go with two of them that were running up right there, IMG and SAG. So there you go for them two. And let's see what else is happening right here. Let me take a look. Oh, I went out of that. That's all right. Let's look. Boom and boom. And then let's just take a peek. BDTX, we were talking about it. It looks like it is up this morning again. It ran up yesterday. We'll look at that one. And that's CYCU and APDN. You're watching today. And let's see, that FXI, that's a China large cap, right? Isn't it? Yeah, that's a China large cap. And it's hitting that top and could be pulling back. So if you see the China large caps pulling back, you see the small caps really start popping up there. EONR, who talked about this last night? There you go. That's popped up 9 cents right there. So we did that one last night, and it definitely had looked good. And let's look at another one here. BON, that one, the dip real hard. Yeah, it looks like it dipped. I was going to say it ran up the other day. It looked like it's dipping right there. And we know that XHLD. And let's see what else is here. QBTS. And these things are just getting set up too. We went over them. PDD, what's that doing? It's dipped down pretty good. So I'll keep an eye on that. Let's see what that's up to. PDD. Yeah, it's a nice dip to the support line right there for earnings day, I think. Yep, they have earnings today, so we'll keep an eye on that one. And let's see what's going on over here. OPTN running in the pre-market. Let's see what's happening with that. OPTN. Optinose. Oh, yeah, I'd say that's running in the pre-market. You're not kidding. OPTN right there. And 948. Is wait a second, it closed at 6. I was gonna say, let's see what it closed at, because it gapped up there from 6 to 948, and it's at 950 right now. So yeah, that one's crazy, huh? That one definitely ran up there. And let's see what else is going on here. Let me take a look. Well, let's see. Devs. Oh, we looked at that last night. I remember Laptop Travel asked to add that to the list, and it wasn't looking bad. I remember talking about it. So, yeah, keep an eye on that one. Not looking bad. DEVS and our APDN, IMG, AGMH, and BDTX, and OPTN. There you go. I mean, there's all of them. There you go. Luis Rodriguez just hit that one on the head right there. And OPTN, PRA's running up there a little bit as well. And yeah, that one jumped way up, and that's a insurance company. So some of them bad boys are jumping way up there. And let's see what else is happening here on our Thursday. That ADTX is over 12. There you go. Look at that thing moving back up. Remember, we said it was going to try to move back up there. So that's ADTX. We were early on that as well. And let's see. Yeah, when I first opened up stocking up for future, I think the Jolie's Jolie's jumpers had the SAG and IMG, and that's like right when I was hopped on. But all good, no problem. We go through things again, not a big deal. And here we are, and ADTX, like I said, moving around right there, and we did all that. Let's see what crypto is up to real quick. And let's see, Bitcoin's at 85,236, and Ethereum's at 1990, not 1,990. So it did pull back a little bit. And Ripple's at 247, Solana's at 130, Cardano's at 72, Doge is at 17. And let's see what else. Ripple, I said that one. Cardano's at 72 and Ripple's at 247. So I think I got them all right there. And let me just take a quick look here. We'll jump on and see what it's looking like right here. You guys can check it out too. BTC USD right there. Let's see. And yeah, it's right in this channel, guys. They're getting set up, I'm telling you. So looking much better. Things are looking decent. I mean, we're not popping like immediately, but we're getting set up here. So I can't complain. It does look good. And again, we just kept it nice and that one's hitting the 20 right there. So we'll see if it can get through that for Solana right there. And did I have the Coinbase one? I don't even know. I don't remember if I scrolled down there. Yeah, that was that one. All right, I'm just making sure. But yeah, not looking bad right there. XRP, USD right here. Let's see what Ripple wants to do. Yeah, Ripple's looking good, guys. Getting set up. Maybe it's even jumps back down a little bit in this channel. But yeah, Ripple's about to get blasted off. So keep your eye on that one as well. And let's see what ADA is doing. USD right here. And that one, where'd it go? Coinbase, there it is. And yeah, it's trying to get set up. We'll wait for Cardano right there. It's not exactly ready yet, but that's what they look like. And I'll do Ethereum as well. ETH USD. And let's see, just scroll down there, hit that, and let's see what Ethereum wants to do when it pops up. Come on, there it goes. And yeah, it's pushing that 20, and it doesn't look bad, guys. So I would say we're getting there, and I'll keep you guys posted for sure. And let me see if there's anything going on over here. Let's see. Laptop Traveler said he couldn't watch the Spaces on his iPad, but the Yardstream live video works here, so that's awesome. There you go. That's sweet. So any which way, and yeah, it's on YouTube too. It's on the YouTube, and I also I'm gonna put it on my LinkedIn page. I have it on my Facebook. The Dougie Fresh page, but I don't think anyone even goes on Facebook anymore. So I'll put it on my LinkedIn page. A lot of people use LinkedIn, so I'll change that today and make it on there. So that'll give you guys some other ways to see it as well. And let's see what's happening in OCEA. Let's take a look at that 55 vet right there. And let's see OCEA and just kind of sitting flat right there. Let me see what it's doing over here. And it's not looking bad, like I said yesterday, trying to get curled up right there. That is today's date, and it's at 6 cents, so it's not looking real bad, I must say. We'll definitely keep an eye on that OCEA. It could be bottomed out and ready to get curled back up there, so that's good right there. I think we looked at all them, and there we are. So, yeah, I think we got all that. And, again, it's just a little red, a little setup, so you got to – that's why we've been – taking each day at a time, knowing exactly what it wants to do, but maybe the SPY can get bouncing through here. We'll keep an eye on it, obviously, and if not, it'll be one more pullback, that's all. And I don't think it's ready because that 20's coming down, so let it pull back one more time, and I think that'll be it. It could be ready to rock and roll after that. It could even push through today. Maybe it gets green. Who the heck knows, guys? The market's like right there where it can go and do anything. So we'll be keeping an eye on it. I know there's a couple reports coming out. It wasn't the jobless claims or something? I forget what they were. I talked about them yesterday, and I don't see them. They're way down there. I don't remember where they were. But I know Luis Rodriguez gave us a good list of what was going on, and I reposted it out there. So that's that, and let's see what's going on real quick on our stock twits. Let me just take a quick peek on my phone and see it right here. Hold on 1 second. Stock twits, here we are, and let's see what's trending on there. And we have Tesla's down, and it looks like a bunch more. Tesla's down again. It's just oh, let me see what I just do. It is trying to curl through there. I'll be keeping my eye on them. Like I said, I'm not convinced they're completely ready, but they're definitely getting there. So we're going to be watching them for sure. The SPY, the QQQ, Meta, PDD, and Nike, BIDU. Isn't that a China big cap one? They're coming down. Yeah, that's a China big cap. Sort of big cap, but that's definitely came down, hit that resistance right there. OPTN and CSAI. So, I mean, every single one we went through is trending except for this one, Cloud of Structure. And this one's not looking bad. It looks like a fairly new one, actually. Might want to add this one to the list. CSAI right here looking pretty good, guys. So we'll keep an eye on that. CSAI. There we go. Cool. All right. Yeah, I would say that's pretty good right there. And let's take a look. It still is pretty red right there. But again, it's not that bad. And I didn't think it was really going to be popping today. So that's that. But it is getting set up. I can tell you that. And stock future slip, euro, Swiss franc fall. Fed sues as Trump sees. And yeah, Trump wants them to cut the rate. I know he was pushing for that today. I saw something this morning. So he's saying if you guys can cut that rate a little bit, we can really get moving here. So we'll see. The Fed and economy can still afford to wait, and the Fed wants to wait. Trump doesn't. Here's the real reason stocks rose after a do-nothing meeting, says this ex-New York Fed trader, and stocks drop as Fed inflation assurances wear off. And yeah, like I said, we're going to keep an eye on it. They're getting there, but I don't think they're exactly ready, but we're getting to that bottom unless they are just setting up for us to pull back some more. So obviously, I think we did bottom out. That's what they look like. And now it's just a matter of making that base again, see if it bounces off one more time. It could stay in this channel right here, guys, and then, stay in this channel as it gets set up. So it's not like they have to get blasted off immediately. And Soundwaves OCEA, let's see. Like I said, it does look good. He's just saying, let's go. I just wanted to see what it was looking like again, but not looking too bad right there. And OCEA, like I said, is trying to get moving. It's at that 6 cents and looking much better today. And how about HEPA right here? Let's see. It did that split right there. Let's take a look at good old HEPA. Is it moving yet? It's just sitting there at 85 to 87. Came down to 76, but it's sitting at 82. It closed at 85, so down a little bit. And again, just trying to get crawled up. I could see this one trying to move, guys. I would be keeping an eye on HEPA after that split right there. And it is not looking bad. So that's what we're looking at for our pre-market. And I appreciate everybody tuning in. Thank you so much. All information presented here is for educational and informational purposes only. It's not intended as financial advice. So always do your due diligence. Make sure you trade smart and lock in those profits today. I'll keep you guys posted, obviously, as the morning goes on, and we'll see what the SPY and these big caps really want to do here, and if the market could even get turned around. But it looks like it's trying to pull back. And again, I wasn't convinced it was ready, but we're getting there, and that's why I was saying let's just stay patient. Just take it one day at a time. Make sure we know exactly what it's doing until it's actually set up and really ready to rock and roll. And that's how you approach these type of situations so you don't get smoked. And so that we've been doing really well. And maybe it'll be, like I said, I'll keep you guys posted. It could even bounce around, turn around, but I'm not so sure. But I'll definitely be watching it during the pre-market and as it opens up and let you guys know what I think is going to happen. So there you go. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. I would think that's a good pre-market review. A little bit red, but I don't think it's really that bad at the moment. So, and keep your eye on this AREB. I'm telling you, that thing's looking crazy right there. So keep your eye on that one right there, and that's a good pre-market. And yeah, like I always say, trade smart, lock in your profits. Goodbye, good luck, see you later, and have a great day, everybody, and I'll keep you guys posted.